Hey, what's up, you guys?
Are you on crack?
Because we are.
So enjoy the fucking pod.
Yeah.
Hey, here we are. Here the fuck we are. In the sunny San Jose, wherever the fuck. We're definitely not in San Jose.
No.
We're just on some random ass street in California.
We're somewhere.
We are in the most we are in the melting pot of America.
God. You wouldn't believe what we've been through.
Picture this. Let's just say you are on a beautiful getaway, right? You know, taking a little break, right? You know, the daily life can kind of get to you. Working every single day, a couple of days off a week. So, how does it sound to you?
Well, that sounds great, Jim. I love a vacation, I'll tell you what.
Well, Jim.
We both, Jim.
Well, John. This exclusive trip comes with getting locked the fuck out of your Airbnb.
Oh, well, you know what? I think I'll just go to work then. Thanks anyway.
Alright, so you want to lay the scene?
Yeah, so night one, we get there, we are like all ready to, you know, we knew that we were going to have to go up to the lockbox to get the key out to go inside, and we're all like ready to do that, and we walk up and there's just a guy in the doorway with the door open, and we're like, oh, hey.
Oh, is that?
Needless to say, fucking weird.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, he wasn't the guy, like, on the listing.
Yeah.
It was a woman
named
Jing. And we were expecting to see her, and instead we got this dude. But it was like, okay, whatever. We just drove for a really long time. We're just happy to be here.
To sleep.
He showed us our room, showed us the bathroom we were going to be using. It was like, cool.
Yeah.
Sick.
Super neat.
Settle in for the night. Sit down on my bed. Felt my back break a little bit. I swear to God, not a mattress. It was literally just a box spring with some fucking sheets on it. So I was like, why is this made of plastic? Thanks so much.
IKEA furniture who? Like, literally, I just, oh my goodness.
God. Yeah, it was not pleasant. But you know, it was like just whatever. We have a place to stay. We're only going to be here to sleep. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
We can push through it. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fine. Plot twist was not fun.
Nope.
We get around the second night, and so obviously, okay, so we went out really early in the morning, because for some reason we woke up at 7 fucking a.m. in the morning.
Which my body never does that.
Yeah, but I guess being in Arizona, like, maybe it was the crack.
Side effects. Whatever.
So we get up at 7 a.m. and of course we're gonna go out and like do a bunch of shit. Like, okay, the days were so fun on this trip.
Yeah.
The days were so good.
Excellent.
Like, on the first day we went and we saw the Hollywood sign. We went and we saw Pump, like that club.
Yes, dude.
We got to see a bunch of sights, like from
Vanderpump Rules fans out there.
Literally, like, it was so cool. And, like, just the city itself is such a neat place to, like, look around and see the sights or whatever. But, so then we go to the concert, and the concert was so good. I fucking cried.
Billie Eyelash, live ending concert.
Oh, her leg was, like, fucking broken. Okay, not broken. It was sprained. But she was, like, going off, like, jumping and doing, like, crazy shit. And, like,
I was, like, so impressed.
Yeah.
I was not expecting her to go that hard.
She got on this fucking bed, and they lifted it, and then she almost fell, and, like, we were really scared.
I was like, anxiety. Do you want to break your other fucking leg? Like Jesus.
Is that the end game? But, okay, so the concert ends, like, there's people handing out shit, like,
T-shirt.
Here's my mixtape.
like, literally the entire way back to the car, there's people grilling hot dogs just right there on the side of the street, and fucking selling, like, off-brand merch. Like, but yeah, they were just, like, all fucking in your face and like, I just want to get to my car.
And we parked next. Oh, geez, we parked next to these like. Okay, obviously these two fans, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you're gonna be the same fan as something that I am the same fan of, like, isn't that just kind of a cool thing? Like, but like, why can't we just be fucking nice to each other?
Yeah, like, let's bond over that.
Like, I can't help it that we parked first and I'm getting out of my car first, and like you're glaring at me because we're super close, because it's a fucking concert and they're having us park on literal like a basketball court. Like,
yeah, like we literally drove through. Like, we parked in the grass. They were just like, oh yeah, just come around here. And I was like, oh, that's not a road, but okay.
All right, off-roading for the second time on this trip.
Oh. That's another story for another time.
But so yeah, so at the end, by the time the concert's over, we're obviously screamed out. We've been jumping and like fucking sweating like the whole time. And so we get in the car and it's like, gosh, I want to say like it was like midnight, right? Like Am I hallucinating? Like midnight, right?
Yeah, it had to have been at least like 11:30.
Yeah. So by the time we get back, it's definitely a little bit past midnight, because we were about an hour away from where we were staying at.
It's a luxury rental.
Jinx fucking crash pad. So we get back and we're like, sweet. Oh, when we first got there, you said about the code, right?
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Well, we didn't even have to deal with the lockbox on our first night because the guy just already had the door open.
Right.
And so then this was the first night that we got back and had to try and get into the lockbox.
Mm-hmm. So in the app, like the Airbnb app, it has this section called check-in. So you click on it and you get instructions on like what their particular check-in policy is. So for my girl Jing, it was obviously a lockbox with a 4-digit PIN code. Like, let's just say it was like 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatever. So and like even on the picture, like there was a picture of the lockbox open, and then it had the code written. Like if you were to go in your notes and like write on a picture.
She like did that shit on Snapchat.
She's in there like cut and pasting numbers like a magazine cutout.
Like serial killer style, like, oh, you know what? No, the first time we tried to get into the lockbox was when we left that morning.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to lock the door behind us, obviously.
Yeah.
So we try and get into it.
Right.
And it's not fucking working.
Yeah, so it wasn't working. And we're like trying everything. Like there's instructions written on the inside of the lid of the lockbox. And like we're like fucking trying, like we're like finagling it. We're doing the best that we can.
Yeah.
And so I messaged her on the Airbnb app. And so she sent us the wrong fucking code.
Yeah.
So the code that she has written fucking serial killer all over like the image is wrong. But it's just the last digit. So, you know, we're like whatever. Like, you know,
yeah,
it happens. So we
It doesn't. Fine.
So we open the lockbox, keys in the lockbox, and we unlock the door. So the specific instructions written, I can even fucking pull them up right now. I'm not going to, but I like it was please use the lockbox to access the key, unlock the door, put the key back in the lockbox, and then if you need to leave, unlock the lockbox, take the key, lock the door, put it back in the lockbox.
Yeah.
So the key is supposed to always be in the lockbox. You only use it when you need to open and get in or leave and lock. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Literally should be out of the lockbox for 10 seconds at a time.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you need.
Yeah. So
that was us struggling to be able to get to the key to lock the door behind us when we left the morning of the concert. And then we get back that night and we're like, okay, well, we know the right code now, so this should be fucking easy as shit.
Yeah.
We put in the code, we open the lockbox, and there's nothing there.
There was no key in sight. And we're both like, well, what the fuck, you know?
Like, sorry, I need to be inside this house right now. Can I
like literal crackhead hours? Like they're like the only people on the street are people shooting up their arm. Like I like
there was somebody across the street. I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah,
but
like
was that night or was that?
I think that was the night after.
Yeah,
like people just like, is it?
It
was just kicking a fucking empty can like in the road.
Like, you want to play soccer? It was like just such a weird like vibe. The whole neighborhood was just like, what's going on?
Like, it looked during the day, this neighborhood looked so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so nice, fucking polished as fuck. Like, looked clean.
Yeah.
And then during the night, everything became super fucking shady.
And suddenly there's spiders everywhere as soon as the sun goes down.
Fucking Black Widow. Oh my god. Okay, so back to the story. Of course, Kelsey's like, well, you know, since the key's not in there, maybe she like took it in or something on accident, and like maybe like the door's unlocked.
And we literally like we took our like the flashlights on our phones and just like looked around the entire like front porch because we were like, maybe it fell out somehow and traveled 50 feet. But we were just like trying to not, you know, we were trying to give them the benefit of the doubt and not be like, oh, they locked us out. So we can't find the key. So we end up calling her. And luckily she answers and she's home, but even just the phone call was like, because there is a language barrier, and so like, you know, Kiwi's like, oh yeah, so like we opened the lockbox but the key isn't in there, and she's like, oh, like no, the key's in the lockbox, and we're like, but it's not there. She's like, yeah, it's in the lockbox. We're like, no, it's not there though. And so finally she's like, oh, okay, I'll come let you in. I was like, why wouldn't you just do that in the first place? Like, we can't get in, like, don't try and argue, but just come let us in. But whatever. She comes out, lets us in, whatever. We go inside, we're like, okay, that was fucking annoying, but whatever, we're here now, we can go to sleep.
Yeah, keep in mind, there were like just some weird, like, I understand, like, okay, so when we first got there, they had us like take off our shoes outside. And
like that's like the least weird part now. Which like it's not. I shouldn't even say it that way because it's not weird. It's just like a cultural thing. Like I get it.
Yeah. Like my dad, like at his house, like he like prefers that you take your shoes off when you get inside the house, like near like where the fucking like shoe rack is or whatever. So like I like, you know, just like there were like little things like I totally understood. And then there were just like a lot of like really fucking weird things that I did not like could not comprehend at all.
Like why are these things happening? Yeah. So there was literally I'm still confused by this because the one morning we woke up and I like, or at least I did, like I woke up to the sound of like the laughter of a child like somewhere in the house, and I was just like, oh cool, like. So then, like, that in my brain was like, okay, so the guy that let us in the first night must be, like, Jink's husband or something, and they have a kid. Cool. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Perfect.
Because on the listing, it didn't say anything about... Because I didn't realize that it was going to be... I think I just didn't read this part. I didn't realize that it was going to be, like, we were staying in somebody's house, and they were going to be there also. Yeah. But I think you said that you were... When we first got there, you were like, this is the first place that I've stayed at where, like, somebody... Like, the family is there also. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, like, I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that, because keep in mind, like,
I mean, it's not a problem, like, that's just kind of, like, some Airbnb people, like, do that, and some of them don't, because, like, I mean, the one of the other times, I only had one other successful Airbnb trip.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so, and it was kind of just, like, it's just, like, a hotel. It was weird, like, I don't know if it was, like, somebody's, like, apartment. Yeah. But it was in this huge... Like, it literally, like, it just looked like a hotel room, and it was, like, a nice-ass, like, there was, like, 2 bedrooms and, like, a big living area and, like, a whole-ass kitchen, so, like, it must have been an apartment building, but, like, but nobody was there, it was just, like, us staying there. Also on that same trip, we were supposed to have, because it was, like, 2 groups of us that went together, kind of, and it was supposed to be, like, we had 2 separate Airbnbs, but then the one that my group had originally, the guy, like, he wouldn't, like, let us check in or something. Like, we were trying to, like, get in touch with him, and he was like, oh yeah, meet me at, like, McDonald's and I'll give you the key or something, and we're like, what the fuck? Like, it was just weird, because, like, we showed up later than, like, we had originally, like, told, I don't know, whatever, so just, like, Airbnb shit is kind of strange.
Yeah, like, well, cause...
Like, you just really never know what's gonna happen.
Like, my dad, like, travels a lot, and he does, like, he has, like, the businessman's, like, fucking Airbnb. I can't remember what it's called, but, like, the last 2 times that he's come out to Arizona, because obviously, like, I live in the fucking desert, he has come out to, like, and stayed in, like, Tempe, at, like, this really fucking nice place called, like, I think Salt, literally, I think it's called Salt, salt with no pepper, so pepperless salt.
It's a boneless salt. It's just chlorine.
It's just fucking poison. Like, can I just get something to murder myself with, please? But so he's like had like nothing but good experiences with that. Because I think this is why he doesn't do Airbnb. I think he might have said something about like a negative experience, and like that's why he doesn't do it. Because my dad's like the one and done kind of guy. Like if something like goes bad for him, he'll never do it again. So we got in like that second night, and we had 2 more nights where we were gonna need to sleep, right? So after this night, 2 more nights, and then 2 more mornings. So we get in and like we like shower real quick and go to bed or whatever, and then we wake up super early again to the sound of
like 9 people just out and about in the home. And, like I don't know whether they're family members or if like they rent out another room as an Airbnb, but we're just like, okay, like we kind of just like sat in our bedroom for a while and kind of waited for like the noise to die down, just because like I don't really dig human interaction with strangers when I'm staying in their home.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. So I think you went and showered first, and it was like, I don't know, did anything weird happen?
I mean, like when I was showering, okay, keep another thing about this house.
Oh, God.
So the first night I did notice this. Like I noticed like 1 or 2. So I got in. I'm gonna tell you something I didn't tell you when we were there.
Okay.
So this part isn't that though. I mean, I noticed a couple like little ants, like just like tiny little ants. And I was like, what the fuck? But I mean, it was, I was like, okay, maybe it's like a humidity thing. Like maybe everybody has like little ants in their bathroom.
Well, and plus they had a door to like the backyard in their bathroom.
Like,
so I was just like, okay, I guess they have a direct fucking access point for the ants. Like, sweet.
So yeah, and like there was like a teddy bear sticker on the toilet.
Which I was like, oh, they have a kid. That's normal. But I guess. I don't know. I don't think you need to have a teddy bear on your toilet just because you have a child. But like, I'll give you a pass. It's not like you're just a grown-ass woman and you're like, this is nice decor. Let me put this teddy bear on my fucking loo.
On my loo.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, mate, I got that fucking
teddy bear, more like teddy crapper, I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
So there was a couple little ants, and I was like, okay, like not a big deal, I guess. And I was like, you know what though, like we've been driving for like 6 hours, so I think like I'm gonna take a shower. And this is the part I didn't tell you. So I get in the shower, and the water was really soft, which was nice.
Yeah.
Usually, like Kelsey kind of brought this up on the first night. She was like, usually when you like shower in like a hotel, it's like fucking like literally like little shards of ice like hitting you in the back.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, it's always hard water at a hotel. And, like, I live in an apartment, so I live with hard water constantly. So, like, this was actually kind of a nice little luxury for a second. I was like, whoa, you mean my skin isn't going to feel sticky after I get out of the shower?
Literally.
Bless.
So, I get in the shower, and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, and there was, like, this little, like, rust spot. And, like,
on like, the floor of, like, the tub.
Which I was like, okay,
well, so I kept like, okay, I don't know about you, but like every time I was in the shower, I would like see it out of the corner of my eye and be like, and like think it was like a bug for half a second, then I'm like, oh shit, that's right, okay, we're fine, it's fine.
So that was like another thing, they didn't show the pictures, but I was like, you know what, whatever, like every bathroom's gonna have wear and tear.
Imagine them like listing their house on Airbnb and just posting pictures of the bathroom trash can filled with ants. Because that's what it fucking was.
That's like, what it was.
You either highlight all of the most negative parts of your home, or it's just gonna be false advertising, and that's what we got. So it's cool.
I never noticed that the trash can was full of ants.
I noticed. I didn't notice it until the last day, which is because, like, I'd thrown away some like Q-tips and shit in there, whatever, just your normal bathroom things. And then I was like, we got a whole colony.
We clean air boys out here though. So I get in the shower first night, and I'm showering, whatever. The water's like fucking nice. And then I look to my, if you look look to your left. So I looked to I just just glanced to the left, and there's a fucking spider on the wall.
Yep, yeah, I know, I saw this.
You saw this?
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything either, because I was like, maybe she didn't notice. I don't want to freak her out.
I don't want to ruin your shower experience for you.
Yeah, no, they were in every corner, up in the ceiling, the corners of the shower, and there were a bunch of them. So,
yeah, and
yay.
And I don't wear my glasses in the shower, obviously, so I didn't see all those spots, but obviously if it's right fucking next to me, I'm gonna see it, and so I fucking saw it, and I was
pretend it's not there.
I literally was I turned the shower head a little bit so I could stand a little further away. Because that's my most vulnerable state, okay?
Yeah.
You can't fucking sneak up on me with your little fucking 8 legs and come up in here like that.
I'm naked and covered in water in some stranger's shower. And I'm about to go get in bed on a box spring. What I don't need right now is a spider anywhere on my body.
Oh my God.
Or near me at all.
Oh my God. So anyways, that was I guess that was the remainder of what was weird on the first night, and then we had that second night problem. So they were talking about in the morning there's all this noise, and we're what the fuck's going on? I guess maybe just the family is there, and maybe they were all asleep when we got there, because the first night that we got in, it was it was really late. So
and it kind of seemed like it was just that one guy there, the guy that let us in.
Yeah.
Either that or just obviously Jing was asleep with the child, if they have a child. Still fuzzy on that detail. But it was so it was really quiet that night when we got there, but then also the next morning everybody was out of the house by the time we actually got up and showered and stuff.
Which was really early.
Yeah.
So then that second morning, morning. So I guess third day, second morning, right? Because we got there at night. Yeah. So so it's all those people were walking around and but it's the same time that we woke up on the first morning.
Yeah.
So we're what the fuck? Maybe an hour later, or just 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
So we're okay, so we just wait for it to die down, and then it stops for a second, and I'm oh, okay, cool. And so I go and I shower really quickly and get my shit done or whatever. And then I'm sweet Kelsey, bathroom's all yours.
Or is it?
Oh my
See,
goodness.
that's the thing too, is that they made it seem we didn't know how many other people, if any, were gonna be there while we were staying there.
Yeah.
But they were just this is your bathroom, and so I was cool. Nobody else is gonna be using this bathroom for the time that we're here, because it's the guest bathroom listed on the Airbnb.
Literally.
Well, I'm in the shower the second morning, and I literally had only gotten in the shower maybe a minute ago, and then suddenly somebody's knocking on the door, and I just ignored it the first time, because I was obviously there's somebody in here. You can hear the shower running.
Literally.
They'll just give up. They knock again. I'm just okay. No. They knock again. I'm hello? They don't say anything. It's a little bit longer until the next knock, but they knock again. And I'm just what the fuck do you, clearly there's somebody in here. I have responded to you. You can hear the shower running. You can hear the bathroom fan on. You can try and open the door and see, oh, it's locked. Somebody's in the bathroom. So, I had to have only been in the bathroom for a total of 10 minutes, and literally the entire time, knock, 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 pacing up and down the hallway, knock, 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 shifting back and forth and stomping her feet right there. And I'm out of the shower at this point. I'm getting really fucking annoyed that they keep knocking, and drying off, putting my clothes on, knocking. I'm I'm getting dressed. I don't have any fucking clothes on. And so finally I come out, and this small little lady just right there in the doorway. I'm trying to get out of the bathroom so you can use it, so you can get out of my fucking way, maybe. So I kind of go past her, and I go right back into our bedroom, and I close the door, and I look at Kiwi, and I'm what the fuck was that? Listen, I get it. Maybe you just really, really have to pee.
Yeah.
But I'm not just gonna stop in the middle of the shower so that you can get into the bathroom immediately. Most people, you knock, enough time. Like, you knock once, and then you figure out there's somebody in there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go elsewhere. Like, at least, like, when you're in a house, you just go, like, maybe sit in the other room and wait until the bathroom's open. And then you go into the bathroom, and it's all good.
Yeah, literally.
You don't just stand there and knock the entire time until someone's out. Like, you knocking over and over again is not gonna affect me being in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, it made me go a little bit faster just because I was pissed off. But, like...
If anything, I feel like in most...
What's the point? Like, you're really just being annoying now.
Yeah. And so, like, so Kelsey gets in the room, and I'm like, was that you? Like, I'm like, was that knocking on the bathroom door? And she's like, yeah, it was. And I'm like...
The whole time that I was in there, like, for real.
Like, literally. And because I had heard, like, the pacing I could clearly hear on my end. And then, like, literally every, like, I want to say every, like, 10 seconds, there was, like, knocking.
Yeah.
And at first, I thought maybe somebody was going around just, like, knocking on all the doors. And I was like, because this hallway had, like, 7 doors.
So many doors.
Like,
I don't know what any of them led to except for ours in the bathroom.
Yeah. And the fact that there was only one bathroom is, like, unfathomable to me.
Yeah. Especially if there's going to be, like, 90 mystery people just in your house. Like, who are they?
Yeah. So, and the thing is like, I don't think she just used the restroom. Like, I think she also showered.
I think she did, yeah. Because I heard the water running, and then I also heard, like, a hairdryer go for a little bit. But, like, because I was trying to rush out of there so quick because she was just knocking incessantly, like, I didn't brush my teeth yet. Like, I just, like, finished showering, put my clothes on, and, like, got out.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, like, I still have to brush my teeth. I still have to, like, you know, like, I don't know.
Yeah. You know,
I still
stuff.
have stuff in the bathroom that I need to get to, and now she's fucking in there. And I'm like, I should just go knock until she's out of there now.
Yeah.
And see how you fucking like it.
So basically, like, we waited for, like, the 15 minutes for her to be done. And then there was, like, sorry, I'm like, so there was this, like, weird time frame of, like, I want to say, like, 3 to 5 minutes where, like, a toilet, like, they flushed the toilet, like, multiple times.
Oh.
And then, like, 2 sinks were going. Like, I think you could hear the kitchen sink from our room.
Yeah, see, that was what was really confusing for me for a while, too, because I was, like, not anticipating anybody else being in the bathroom, so I was like, maybe that's just the kitchen sink, but then it looked like, you know, the bathroom door was closed, and it looked like there was a light on.
Yeah.
But then, you know, there's also a door to the fucking backyard, so maybe it was just that light. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just never knew what was going on.
But, so then, like, that time frame is up, and then, like, it's, like, completely silent for a second, and then, like, you hear the sound of a door opening. And so we're like, okay, like, clearly, like, they're out of the bathroom. Well, it's not the bathroom door. Like, somebody else had opened and closed the door. And literally, I swear, like, every noise you could hear. Like,
it was crazy.
Literally every noise. Like, Kelsey and I get up and we're like, did you hear anything weird? Like, like, did you?
So many weird things.
Like, when our first night in, you could, like, hear somebody showering from the next house over.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, because our bedroom window, they had it, like, there was a screen over the window, too, but, like, they had the actual window open and, like, the blinds all the way up. And then, like, next door, their bathroom window was right there. You could hear them showering. I could, like, see, like, their shampoo and stuff, like, through the window. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, holy shit. Okay. Oh, Arizona license plate. What the fuck?
Oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah. But, for context, we're in the car.
Yeah. But somebody just nearly clipped me, but it's fine.
But yeah, you look over and you can see the person fucking showering. Like, literally the only thing covering there was a shampoo bottle.
They're just holding a shampoo bottle, like, over their crotch. They're like, hey, how's it going? Welcome to Jing's Hotel.
Are you guys staying with Jing too? No way. Me also. And
Jing just owns every house on the block and is renting out all of them.
She stays in, like, but she only stays in ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, she only.
Yeah. With her baby child.
Who is that guy? Okay, so.
Yeah, seriously, who was he? Because he looked a lot younger than her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, they could have been married unless that was just, like, her older son. Or so, I don't fucking know. I don't care. You know what? I don't care. Anyway, so this was the second morning, and so this was the day that we went to Disneyland.
Oh, fucking Disney.
And it was fucking awesome. Like, we had the best day. We did so many things. We went on, like, you know, so our first order of business, we were like, let's go get a fast pass for Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then while we were on, what were we on when it changed? I think it was Pirates.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean.
We were on Pirates, and we got a notification from like the Disney app, and it was like, you know, just telling us that like, you know, Indiana Jones is like temporarily closed.
Yeah.
So they like adjusted our fast pass so that we could go back at any time during the day, and we could use it for any other ride.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be for Indiana Jones. So we were like, okay, cool. We were just like kind of waiting on going back over there at some point.
Right.
And in the meantime, we went and rode Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. That's my favorite ride.
Such a fucking good ride.
So fun, dude.
And so once we got off the ride, because like let's talk about the wait times. The wait times were the lowest they have ever been on any Disney trip.
I've never seen them like that. It was amazing.
Yeah, and like
the most that I think we decided to like wait at any point in time, we were like, yeah, we could do 35 minutes. Like I think that's as high as it really got.
Yeah, and like, because like we went on, I would say the two ones that had the longest posted ones, it said 55 minutes for Soarin' when we were in California Adventure, because we did one day Disney and then one day California Adventure, and I like the two longest ride times were definitely in California Adventure, because obviously it's a newer one.
Yeah.
And they were Soarin', which said 55 minutes, but really only felt like 30.
Yeah.
And then fucking
the Midway Mania one, that said 80 minutes.
Yeah,
85?
80 minutes. Yeah, something like that.
We literally were in line for maybe half an hour.
Yeah, not even like.
Yeah, I don't even think it was that long.
Yeah. Anyway, so like I was gonna. Yeah. You know.
I don't.
But yeah. So
I'll get angry.
So anyway, so we yeah. So like the ride time's so fucking fast. So Thunder Mountain took us like 15 minutes to get through.
Yeah.
And then and it was like kind of fun too, because like we were looking for hidden Mickeys, and like we both had our phones too, so we were playing like games and shit.
Pokemon
and, like,
Go.
you know how it goes.
Catching the boys.
And so yeah, so we got through, and it was like so fucking fun. And I was like, hey, like, I was like, let's go get a fast pass, which really, like, in my mind, I should have thought better, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I was literally just sitting here thinking this, because I was like, okay, we decided we were going to get a fast pass so that we could go back and do Thunder Mountain again later, but, like, we already had a fast pass, and you're usually not allowed to have more than one at once, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why we thought we could do that, but we tried to do that. We got confused. We ended up in the fast pass line instead of the fast pass, like, distribution thing.
Yeah.
And so we ended up scanning away our fast pass that we were planning on using for Indiana Jones.
And we're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
but this girl, dude.
Oh, fucking Kayla from Disney.
From Thunder Mountain. She hooked us up, dude. She goes, because we asked her. Okay, good. Here's what happened. We got out like our park tickets or our apps or whatever, and like went to like scan it to get the fast pass.
Yeah.
But then we were like, oh, so wait, do we get like a ticket thing? And she was like, oh no, it's just, or we were like, does it just like go on our app? Blah blah. She's like, oh no, you just like scan it away. And I was like, we just used our fast pass. And she was like, yeah. We were like, oh, see, that wasn't what we meant to do.
We're like, fuck, we just really wanted to get a fast pass for this one and then go into, because Indiana's down, and so we're like stumbling through our fucking butts like at that moment.
We were struggling so hard to explain the situation, because we just like, there were like people behind us like trying to get into the fast pass line because they actually knew where the fuck they were, and we were like trying to get our thoughts together and like express, and it was, yeah.
And so she's like, oh, I know what the fuck is up. And then she's like, give me 1 second. And so she's like doing something on her little like fucking futuristic Disney iPod, and like and so she's like, here, let me see your app, like pull up the plans link or whatever. And then she like scans both of our apps, and she's like, then like she like reloads both of the apps, and then we have 3 fucking fast passes.
Yeah, Kayla hooked it the fuck up.
Yeah, for literally anything we want until the end of the day. And we're like, what? Because at this point we haven't even been using fast passes because everything has been so fucking quick.
Yeah.
And even the thing that we did because we ended up using them for Splash, right? Or no, not Splash.
We used one for Space Mountain.
Oh yeah.
And then we used one for Indiana, and then I think we used one to go on. No, we used fast passes both times we went on.
Oh
Indiana.
yeah, 2 times for Indiana. Because like I feel like no matter what, the Indiana Jones one is just always so long.
Yeah.
Like, because I think that was actually the longest one that we saw. It was like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So like we did Indiana, and that was so fucking fun. But so
love that ride so much.
Snakes. But so, and then she even let us go on Thunder Mountain again, like immediately after, through the Fast Pass line, and we were like, what the fuck? And so so we did that, and then we went over to check on Indiana. Indiana was down for like 3 hours.
Yeah, it was a really long time, and I feel like that one does go down quite a bit, actually, like more often than, well, okay,
probably because it's like such heavy traffic, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But the other thing I was about to say is just like that one, and also like up until the past couple of times that I've been to Disneyland, I felt like every single time I was there, the Matterhorn was just always down.
Yeah, literally. But when I went to Disney last, the Matterhorn was down like all morning. Yeah. And then I think it came on for like 2 hours at night, and the line was like 90 minutes both times because everybody's like, "Fuck, we gotta get on it now." But yeah, so like we had our day in Disney. I'm pretty sure some other fucking crazy stuff happened that I won't remember until like we're telling a different story. But yeah, so by the time we leave, because we were like, yeah, we're gonna stay all day, like from morning until literally they close.
We did.
We did. And like so when we were leaving, all the traffic was going towards this little area that said like tram, and so we're like, yeah, we'll just get on over here. And like,
because it didn't specify, like literally all the signs just said tram. Like, it didn't specify what parking lot it was going to, and like, really, like, theoretically, I should know, because
come on.
I've been there, enough times that it's like, okay, the trams go this way, the buses go that way, whatever.
Everything looked so fucking different at night, though. Especially like
does.
Can we talk about the fact that we didn't go anywhere other than Adventureland, Frontierland, and like Tomorrowland?
I know. We literally spent the first like half of the day between Adventureland and Frontierland because we were like kept going over to check on Indiana, and then we were like, okay, why don't we just do like the Tiki Room? Why don't we go on the Jungle Cruise? And we just like were in those two like the entire day.
Let's go check on Indiana. Like
Space Mountain, Star Tours. Fuck Star Tours. Like
literally,
really fun, but not worth the crippling nausea. Like
we get off and we're both like looking at each other with a little fucking green looking.
Yeah, I was like, you okay over there? Because I'm not okay over here.
I'm like, I think I need a second to fucking throw up my liver. Like, I just like,
it was not
so fucking rough.
Literally, I feel like the worst part isn't even
the jolting and stuff.
Yeah, it's like when you like crash or whatever, and you sit there and you're just slanted. You're just sitting there still slanted, like you've crashed your spaceship or whatever, just for like 30 seconds, and I'm just like, oh god, this is so uncomfortable. I mean, I closed my eyes for like a lot of that ride because I was just like, looking at this is making me want to puke. Yeah. It didn't help that much, like, but I tried. God.
Like, and I've been on that ride before.
Yeah, like I knew.
Yeah, like I was like, but I couldn't remember that I got nauseous last time. Yeah. Because I think last time that I went, because it had been like 3 years since I went to Disneyland. So, like, it had been a while, and I was like, that's why I was so fucking pumped. I was like, we gotta go on freaking everything. We gotta try everything.
We did go on.
And we literally did. Like, we went on. That's why we went on Indiana twice, and then Thunder Mountain twice. Is like because we were like we've done everything. Like we hit our list. Like,
but we're not leaving early. Fuck that.
Yeah, literally. And there were like fireworks. Like when the fireworks, they do that every fucking night.
I know, it's crazy.
Like can you imagine like
what's your fireworks budget?
It's like, they're like looking over the list at the end of the day.
Just a cute $50 million.
Just a little $50.
Like a
little
ciao bella. Yeah. Hey Luigi.
Meatball spicy.
Oh
fuck, is that like
what?
So we're chilling, whatever. Kelsey did like a ton of rides that she had never done before. Yeah. Which was like fucking awesome.
I really, I don't know if it was worth it. Like, I have no regrets, but some of them, like, I don't know if I enjoyed them enough to be like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that ride every time now. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like I just should because it's part of the experience. But so I had never been on Splash Mountain before this time. Just because, like, I don't know, that's a mighty large drop you got there, and I don't know, something about it it's so weird that I can like handle Space Mountain, and then for some reason I look at that.
Well,
it lasts for like 2 seconds. You're going downhill, and then it's like over. But like I don't know. My brain just could like not fathom.
There's a couple dips in that one.
Yeah.
There's a couple dips. Like
actually, yeah. Every time I was like, I was so nervous
that it was the one.
Every time we went, I kept like closing my eyes when we were getting too excited. I was like holding on to the little like things on the side, and I was like, okay. I was like taking so many deep breaths. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be over in like 2 seconds. Go down the first drop. I was like, oh, okay, all right. Wait, we're not done.
I literally.
There were like 4.
I felt so bad.
Nobody told me.
I felt so bad because like I could hear you like scream like every time we did.
I literally was screaming like I was getting murdered. I was so scared.
And I knew where I was, so I wasn't gonna turn around and be like, this one's not it.
Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I'm glad you didn't, because like the anticipation like made it a little bit more fun. It was hard for me to admit in the moment that it was fun, because I was just so like, oh my god, I don't want to be doing this. But, like, I don't know. I just like felt so bad that I had gone to Disneyland so many times and it never gone on. I just
but
push yourself, like just do it. Like,
that was me. That was me with Tower of Terror though. Like I would literally get to that moment where when they have that sign out front, because they have, you know how they had that sign on Splash where it was like, this is the last point that you can turn around.
Dude, there were a few things like that while we were in line for Splash Mountain. Like we saw that sign at the very end. We saw like as we were getting in our like little boat, one of the kids that had just gotten off, like he's walking away, he goes, it's not worth it. And I was like,
I'm like, shut the fuck up, kid. I just got her on this fucking ride. Are you kidding me?
Why would you say that to me right now? Like, oh, I did not need to hear that. I'm not ready. I know. I am glad I did it though. Like it was.
Yeah, and
it's not my favorite ride. I can tell you that right now. But like it was fun. Like I'm glad that it's something that I can be like, okay, I can say I did that now. I checked it off my list. Like, I'm not I'm still kind of a pussy. But
no. 10 cells a pussy boy. Yeah. So basically, we did that, and like I have like a collection of like every picture of Kelsey on like all these rides, and like they're all just a variance of like fucking like screaming.
I literally.
I wish I would have gotten the Incredicoaster. That one was definitely.
That one was hilarious.
That one was probably the best picture.
I was holding on with my left hand to like the harness that goes over you, and my right hand was clutching onto the handlebar on the back of the girl's seat in front of me.
Oh my goodness.
And I was just like as much in fetal position as you can be on a ride like that, like the whole time. I was just like, but there was like, I didn't stop screaming. And like I had my eyes closed for so much because I was just like, I just wanting it to be over. It's gonna be over soon. But then I like missed the whole like theme parts of the ride, because I was just like, fuck.
Well, and like
trying not to shit myself.
Close your mouth.
God, everybody, please. I'm so sorry. It smells so bad. Oh Jesus, I pooped.
Well, when we got off, there was like a huge fucking crowd around the pictures.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, like it's never been like this on any of the other rides.
Because then they don't, they cycle through the pictures like not super fast, but like enough that I wasn't sure if we were gonna get to actually take a picture of ours.
That one like hung around like a little bit longer, I feel like. And I regret like not waiting, because I was like, you know what, maybe like they'll be gone by the time. But I was just like so like the people in front of us and like the people behind us were like both really obnoxious groups the whole time. And I was like, I kind of just like want to be fucking away from these people.
Dude, one of those girls that was in line in front of us smelled really weird.
Yeah.
Like the whole time we were in line, I was like, oh, what the
You're like
I was just trying like that's so mean. But I just was like, man, I just want to breathe. Like,
you were like, I feel like I'm face first in somebody's armpit right now.
Not pleasant, but anyway, it's fine.
Yeah. So I had like a collection of like pictures, and that's the only one I didn't fucking get, and I'm so fucking pissed about it.
I know, we were in line for Midway Manor. You're like, we might have to go on Incredicoaster again so I can take a picture, and I was like, fuck no.
Kelsey looks at me like I'm the fucking dumbest piece of shit in the world. I'm joking.
I was just like, are you sure about that? Fuck no, baby.
You get what? Like, but I'm like,
maybe.
Kelsey hits me with that. We'll see.
I'll think about it. I'll sit on that one. No.
That's a fucking no. But so yeah, so Disney was like really fucking fun. That was the second Disney day though. So that was California Adventure. So anyway, so after Disneyland's done, back to the original story.
Yeah, we're just all over the place. There's so many things to be told.
So we get back to Xing's Palace.
That literally sounds like the name of like a sushi restaurant.
Oh jeez. And so we get back and we're like, okay, we know the code this time. I hope the fucking key is in the box this time. Fucking foreshadowing. And yeah, so we go up and like obviously we're fucking tired out of our mind. Oh, the fucking tram.
Oh yeah.
So
we got we were parked in the Toy Story parking lots, like the Woody, Buzz, and Jessie or whatever, like those ones. So you have to take the bus to get to those.
Right.
We took the tram. The tram takes you to Mickey and Friends parking structure. So we get all the way over there and I was like, yep, this is not the right place. We like get off the tram, we go up to the dude and we were like, hey, we need to go, can we just stay on this tram? Because we need to go back and like get on the bus to the other parking lot. He was like, yeah, that's fine. So we're the only two on this tram going back to the park. And we're passing trams full of people headed to the parking structures, and we're just like, what up? We on fucking crack. Like,
yeah, like it's just the two of us like laughing about God knows what. Yeah. It's fucking midnight.
Oh man. Like, it's midnight. We had been in the park for literally 14 hours.
I wasn't even conscious, like, that was the fucking most, like, throaty word I've ever said. I'm, like, fucking conscious. Like, I wasn't even conscious. There was, like, literally a guy behind us the whole time. I didn't even think about it, because we're, like, talking about how we're literally on crack, like, this whole time.
And meanwhile, there's a dude manning the back of the tram, just, like watching us.
Like, because, like, my shtick lately has been just saying that I'm literally on crack. And I am. No, I'm just,
and it's actually not a shtick. But I'm not addicted. I just feel better if I have it.
Mom, can you please give me my crack pipe back? Like, Mom.
She's like, no, you're addicted. You have to stop. This is an intervention. No, Mom, I'm not addicted. I just feel really sad without it.
Give me the fucking pipe or I'll kill you. I'm joking.
We're not on crack.
We're not on crack.
Like,
wink, wink. But, like,
metaphorically. Spiritually, we're on crack.
We're on crack. Yeah, so we're like making fucking crack jokes. And then we get back and like we get on like, there's like a bit of a line for the bus because obviously people are still filtering out because Disney can hold however the fuck many people.
Also, we were really expecting all the kids to clear up by like 9 o'clock the latest, and they're just all there. Mm-hmm. They're just all there up until midnight when the park closes, and we're like, well, fuck you.
Well, like, cause
get out of here, Timmy. I want to go on Space Mountain. I don't want to go on Splash Mountain. I want to go on Space Mountain.
It's my turn, Timmy.
Mom says it's my turn to go on Space Mountain.
So, like, and I mean, a majority of them did leave, but like at like 10:30.
Yeah.
Where there's only like an hour and a half left where there's no lines on anything.
Wasn't your bedtime like 12 hours ago?
We're just supposed to be in bed at 3 p.m., little fuck.
You little bastards.
Where's your dad? Oh, not fucking here.
He left to get milk last year. He's not back yet. Must be a really long line of fries.
He must be fucking depressed all the time.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, me too. I'm like, fuck Timmy, I'm sorry. But so...
Dude, I kind of feel for you, Timmy.
Why does Toontown close so early?
Yeah, 8:30.
Like, we get there because it's like always that thing that you push until the last minute.
Yeah.
And then you get there and it's fucking closed.
Yeah, so we didn't get to do Toontown. We like walked up to it and we were like, what? The gates are closing. And then we saw the sign. It said, Toontown will be closing at 8:30. I looked at my phone. It's 8:28. I was like, oh my god, damn it.
I mean, not that you just lost, because like the only thing that's in there is like, but you know, like, but anyways.
Still, like, it's, I don't know, what I like to just get everything.
Just like steps in for a second and steps out.
Oh, I guess, okay, we should specify. We did everything. Except It's a Small World, because fuck that.
Yeah, literally, I think because I'm talking to Kelsey and I'm like, because I'm like, is it true that a person like fucking hung themselves on that ride?
Yeah.
Because I had been having this conversation with Madison, one of our coworkers for context, and my friend. So and my friend, just to throw that out there. So I was talking to her, and because she knows a lot about like theme parks, and so I was talking to her and I was like, or maybe, was I talking to you about this? Well, because I think I've been talking to both of you at one point about it.
I know we talked about it too, because then I brought up the whole conspiracy theory thing.
Yeah. And so I was like asking her, I was like, hey, did like somebody really die on It's a Small World? Did they like fucking hang themselves? Like, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, no, but the only person that's been declared dead, like, nobody's been declared dead in Disney. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they have to take the body, like their policy is, like, they have to take the body off of the park premises. Yeah. And they can declare them, like, off the premises.
Oh, jeez.
Which is, like, fucking crazy.
I mean, I guess that's some hefty, like, legal protection you got going on there.
You literally. And so, but some girl did get, like, flung off the Matterhorn at one point. Yeah.
Oh, my... Did you not tug on the yellow strap on your seatbelt, bitch?
She's like, fuck seatbelt.
She's like, I'm trying to see the basketball court in this bitch.
Oh, God.
The Matterhorn is so aggressive.
It is.
For what? It's fun.
Yeah.
But
it's really
hurts.
Fun. It's
like,
so bad.
My ass was sore after that one. I was like,
the seats...
I had whiplash. I was like, y'all should really have a chiropractor like on standby at the end of this ride, because what the fuck was that?
Well, the seats are like really hard plastic.
Yeah, and
like
your knees are like above your head.
You're literally sucking your own dick.
Yeah, I had to remove the rib so I could go on the Matterhorn.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, bro. Take a look at my balls.
No, hello, dude, but check out my balls.
Oh my god. So I'm a crack. So anyway, so like the seats are like fucking like hard as hell. Yeah. And like you're like bumping around the whole time. And like there's bars on the inside for you to hold on to, but they really just end up being bars that you're fucking bumping into like every single time. Yeah. So like obviously by the time we both get off, we're like fucking sore. And I had been, like, holding on to, like, one of the bars, so my wrist is, like, fucked up for a second.
Oh, yeah. And I have a bruise on my right fucking, like, tricep. I don't know when that happened, but it hurts.
No, but it kind of fucking hurts. Yeah, so after, like, the whole tram situation, I'm back to the original story once again. Fuck. We get on the bus, and, like, we're going. We get back. We, like, get to the car. And so then we get to Jing's Palace. Yes. Then we get to Jing's luxury condos for rent. And so we get there. We open the fucking lockbox, and the key's not in there again. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, but there's a light on inside. So I'm like, okay, so somebody's definitely home. She's home. She's home. Like, no worries.
Oh, but real quick, I don't think we mentioned this. The first night when the key was gone and we called her and she came and let us in, she goes, oh, one of the other guests must have taken the key. Other guests?
No. That was the morning after. That was the morning after the fact.
No, she said that, like, to us in person.
She did?
When she let us in, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't hear that.
Who?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So anyway, we get back from Disney, we're trying to get in, key's still gone.
Yeah. Well, because with that, okay, well, I guess we'll get to that. But, like, so this is the second night. It's at this point, because we were out even later than we were for the concert. Yeah. And Disney, from, like, Jing's place, was, like, 30 minutes away, right? Like, 25 minutes away. Yeah. So, rough estimate. So we get back, and, like, the key's not there, and I'm like, okay, well, we'll just call her. Yeah. So, I call her, and she has, like, one of those, like, Google, like, phone thingy setups where it's, like, not, like, your real phone number for, like, when you do, like, business, professional stuff or whatever. Like, I've experienced this before. Like, my best friend's mom has something like this. And so it's, like, call again later. And so I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't really have that option. So I call her a couple more times, and I message her, and we're like, okay, well, maybe I didn't see the key in the lockbox again for like the second time this has happened.
And like we started like knocking like not super aggressively because it's the middle of the night and like supposedly there's a child that lives here and like we're
Maybe.
just like we're irritated, but like we're still trying to be like courteous. So, you know, we're knocking on the door. We're like hesitant to ring the doorbell, but she's still not answering her phone.
So we're like, well, fuck, like what can we do?
Yeah.
So obviously, like, we're like, for the first 30 minutes we're just doing this like little cycle of like calling her, messaging her, ringing on the door, not ringing on the doorbell yet.
Yeah.
Knocking on the door, like enough that we could be heard, like enough that it would wake you up.
Yeah.
You know, like, or at least you'd be like, what the fuck is that? And then roll back over, but then you'd hear it again and it'd wake up or whatever. And like even checking the lockbox, checking the porch again to see like, oh fuck, maybe it fell.
I literally went and while you were on the phone with Airbnb, I literally went and looked around in the grass, like in her lawn with my flashlight, and I was like, where the fuck is she? Like, obviously it's not going to be over there, but I just was like so desperate for anything.
Literally. And so Kelsey's like, well, maybe like should I book just like a cheap room somewhere else? And I'm like, well, let's try a little bit again. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ring the doorbell. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be rude, but I'm gonna ring the doorbell.
Yeah.
Literally, this is the doorbell sound. Donk.
Yeah. It's the weakest doorbell I've ever heard. It's not even like, you know, normally when you press it, it's like the first tone and then you release it and then it's, you know, it's like,
ding,
you press it, it says
dong.
ding, you release it, says dong.
Yeah, exactly.
You press it and nothing happens and then you release it and it goes bonk. Like, nobody's gonna hear that.
It's literally like the noise box inside of it, you pressing the doorbell is like somebody smashing a mallet on it, like fucking silencing the sound.
It sounded broken.
It was a weak as fuck door. And so I ring like the actual, cause she had one of those like ring boxes, like the
with
fancy
the
like high tech one. So I like pressed that too, and it like made a really fucking loud noise, but only to us, I think. Like it was only on the outside. And so like I like try and like knock a little bit harder because like I'm like, at this point there's no way that you're not awake. And like if there was a child, I would probably hear some crying or something. And so I mean, I imagine it was like a toddler, right? Probably like 3. So anyways, so we're doing that, and then I'm like, yeah, you know what, just go ahead and book the room. And I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking call Airbnb. So I call Airbnb. I'm on hold for like fucking 15-20 minutes. And then somebody finally answers, and I'm explaining the situation to them, and they're like, oh fuck, that sucks. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like, I'm like,
I mean, all of our stuff is inside. Like, it's, you know, it's not that difficult for us to book a room and go sleep somewhere else, but like, we don't have anything with us.
Like, the only things that we had with us, I mean, we had our money with us, which was good. We had our shoes because they had to be fucking outside. We had like whatever we got in Disney that day.
Like our backpacks that we brought into the park, which for me was just like my phone, my wallet, like a water bottle, and like an extra sweatshirt. And a hat.
And I had like a sweater with me, and then the shirt I was wearing, some snacks. And so we're like, and it's humid in California. So like when we were there, and it's fucking hot during the day, and then obviously the night, like, it had cooled down, and we had been on a couple water rides, and I'm wearing fucking jeans, so my jeans are like wet, dry, wet, a little bit damp still at the end of the night. And I'm like, fuck, like literally, like my legs just feel like I'm gonna have to peel these fucking jeans off. I'm gonna have to shave these jeans off my legs with like a fucking razor. And like, so, you know, I still have the jeans on. I couldn't get them off.
Speaking of, this episode is sponsored by Dollar Shave Club. No, it's not.
I'm like, let's take a quick... Let's
this is
take
not an ad. But that shit slaps. But anyway.
That shit does slap. Their commercials are funny as fuck.
Yeah, they are. I mean, and their stuff is quality, dude. I use that.
You do Schaller?
Yeah.
You do Schaller?
I do Schaller.
I do Schaller. Crack.
Schaller Dave Club. GT Dave's brother Schaller.
Oh my god. I just like choked.
It's on crack.
A leftover little. Sometimes when I take too much crack, you know how I was like drinking crack earlier?
Yeah, we liquefied that shit.
You know, like it's like a
crackuccino.
Can I get a ranch beer float, please?
A crackuccino blended beverage. TM.
What I'll do is like, you know, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, fuck, we work there.
Yeah.
Well, what I'll do is, like, I'll make my own crack ice at home. And make a vanilla bean crackuccino.
Yeah. Hey. Snorts vanilla.
Fuck, that does not give me the same burn as my crack does.
That hits different.
But yeah, so we called Airbnb and we're like, hey, like we need some fucking help because there's no way that we can handle this for another 2 fucking nights.
Yeah. I mean, and at this point we had already been outside on the front porch for like an hour.
Yeah, like an hour at this point. Because we got back at like, I want to say like...
It was around midnight.
Yeah. Like,
no, it had to have been later than that because we didn't even leave the park until about midnight. So
I would say it was 20 minutes after midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was around like 1 o'clock, I think, when you called Airbnb.
Yeah. And so I call them and like I'm on hold, and while I'm on hold I'm like, well, maybe I like go around the back and like see and like see what's going on or whatever.
We knew there was that door into the bathroom from the backyard.
Yeah.
We were like, maybe that's a chance for us to, because like at this point, like it feels like breaking and entering,
but we
like,
needed our stuff
is there. Like we're staying there. I mean, and like the gate on the side was open.
Yeah.
So
So we were like, okay, well, what are we gonna do anyway? So while I'm on hold, like I ran through and like I was like, I tried the door in the back and I was like, fuck, it's locked. And there was like a door, like a bedroom light on next to our bedroom.
Yeah.
Like where we were staying. And I was like, okay, but you guys didn't hear all that knocking? You don't hear like anything? So at this point we were like almost like I would say I was 100% sure nobody was home.
No, yeah, for sure.
And like, which is fucking weird because why would you all be gone? Like, why?
Because there were also like 3 cars parked out front of the house.
Yeah. Like the first night there were no cars out front.
Yeah.
And then like the second night there was like another car, and then that last night when we were there was like 3 cars.
Yeah.
So
okay, where are y'all coming from? Who are you? Do you live here? Or are you the other guests?
like
mystery ass people.
I have no fucking clue. So yeah. So I'm on it. Airbnb finally answers. I'm like on the phone with this woman, explaining her the situation. It's like a different person, like a caseworker, I guess. And she's like, oh yeah, like we're definitely gonna get you at least like at the least a partial reimbursement for the room. I'm like, it's a super cheap fucking room. Like
it was like $35 a night.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So yeah, she was like at least gonna give us a refund for the last 2 nights that we weren't gonna be staying there, that we had like originally booked.
Yeah. And then for like the place that we were gonna be staying at, she said also at least a partial reimbursement for that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, good. And then she was like, so like, were you able to get your stuff? And we're like, no, that's gonna be a fat no because we're literally locked out of the house. She's like, well, did you contact post? And we're like,
like no shit, like really, I don't know. Like I get that they have to ask that, but it's like no shit. We tried to call her.
Yeah.
We called her like 90 times.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, well, just make sure you send the receipts like through your app. I'm gonna message you like as like the support from the support side and like send the receipts and we'll get you like some reimbursements for it and like whatever. And so I get off the phone with her.
Alright, so this shit was 2 hours long, so there's a part 2 coming.
Fucking long.
So long.
So long.
Yeah, so we chopped it up. So part 2 is coming soon.